Hey, everybody. It's time for Radioactive Waste Disposal Simulator. We're finally going to get plutonium processing online today. But first, we have chores. What are we doing first? Need pipes between steam generators at nylon. First question is, of course, where did I put nylon? Way out on the edge. I remember what this is. This wasn't even pointed out to me by someone, though no doubt they will definitely do so when reality catches up to me. But I forgot to do that. And so half of these guys were just never running. And you would never know because the boilers are too dang tall. All right, good. And that's basically it for chores. Not going to do anything more in that regard. So, now, it's plutonium time, right? Maybe I should stop and think for a moment. Yesterday we took care of uranium more or less as far as it's going to go. We'll probably turn it on, probably today, just to see how it runs, but we're not going to tap this for a long time, so it's just going to kind of fill up with gas and we'll watch the system go. That's worthy. And then over here we have, if rumor be told, here we can probably try to calculate how much plutonium pentoxide we're making. Plutonium. It's the other thing. Peroxide. All right, so do we really need all these? Because it says right here, we're producing 2.7 yellow cake a second. And that produces... No, wait, that comes from something else? No. And then that's this 0.26 fuel cell a second. There we are. 2.16 Timmy phosphate 1. And how did I get to so many buildings? This doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Oh, because they process it at 0.1 a second. Oh, so it's a very small number, but it's still a very small number. So I needed 26 of these guys. Oh, wait a second. This takes Timmy phosphate 1, and this takes Timmy. So this represents giving up right here. It's no longer keeping any sort of ratios. It's just these guys are going full speed. Got it. Understood. That explains why there's exactly double these guys. We need to put in beacons here. Is there something going wrong here? There's definitely something going wrong there. That's beacon space. Anyway, so we have to set these guys up with beacons. And then it's going to be 2 times, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28. So we're going to be at 56 plutonium peroxide per second. Great. And that's our primary chemical out. And from there, we can talk about setting up all the radioactive candies. So up here, we come to this thing, right? This is what we have to do. And this only gets overflow plutonium peroxide. This happens because there's a more efficient way when this cycle starts, but it has to start. So we only need a single evaporator, and that kicks off the cycle. And then after that, we need another particle accelerator, obviously. The plutonium oxide goes straight in. Then we build our candy sorter. And then we should probably immediately have our production lines. Even though that also feels like it's probably the wrong thing to do spatially. But that's where I want to put in nuclear sample, like is right here, and also fuel cell, which is like right here. So I guess, yes, this is the exact right place to put it, and I've already done that. Congratulations. So basically, we're just moving this and arranging it a little nicer, right? We're going to need another breeder reactor. So let's just say This eats at 50 a second, so this would be constantly producing. How many particle accelerators are we going to need? This produces 5 a second. Okay, we're going to do one particle accelerator. Just one. And that's just going to be... No, we're going to do 2 particle accelerators so I can join. And that's it. We're just going to leave space for more. Okay, so 1 evaporator, 2 particle accelerators, normal stuff. And then some number of centrifuges. Like, how many of these can we expect to do? How many of these do we need? I don't even know. I can't even gauge this. So I guess we do a full row for that. And we'll try our different radiator technique just to see how it goes. And then like 2 rows to reprocess, I guess. And then we have more oxide. And then this is going to get its own city block. And then, is there anything that happens more with like neutron stuff? Neutron. Oh my god. This is actually what happened to me. I mean, there's so much more. I can actually make vitrified glass right now. Isn't that a huge like endgame thing? I don't know. This makes me all profoundly uncomfortable. I can make fuel rod Mark II. I can make americium. This is actually within my power. It can come from plutonium. No. What is this? Why is this recipe here? What is this? Okay, so I can... All right, well, okay, hold on. That's used in. So I can get from... Oh. So 242... Then I can make helium. I should be doing that. This is a good source of helium, and I didn't know this existed until exactly right now. Okay, so this is going to take... Helium's used all over the place. Like, helium's important. I didn't know this was going to happen. Okay. So we're going to get helium out of plutonium, and this is fine because this is like the trash one. We have to route it in so that it's used in reprocessing first, and then after that, it gets busted into helium. Okay. And then we get americium. And from there, the americium cannot be used there, It has to go into this, and I don't have that yet, but it can be made. I guess I have to go get chitosan, which means breeding rocks, which isn't a terrible idea. I'm going through just this. Yeah, okay. But we get fuel cells, right? Better fuel rods. Should I just be going for this? Well, I need the green ones no matter what. Green ones are specific requirements, but I need coated containers. So, yes, I can burn them in Bodos land. It's probably going to be so slow because I am going to take the exploding Bodos recipe. You just watch. Oh, and then I can make a uranium fuel cell Mark II. Oh, maybe not. This doesn't exist. No tech. And that's for making power, but not really. Okay. This might actually be kind of a dead end. Because I think I'm going to be producing these fuel rods far faster than I'm going to burn them. Like, just far faster. You decay. It looks like you should. Is there any other way to get rid of it? You can turn them into even more helium eventually. So this might be a problem. Okay, let's stop thinking about that. We're getting way ahead of ourselves. So. All right, we have to sort this into cognitive eras, right? All right, so we have to sort this into eras. Obviously, the start is this, and then obviously next is the particle accelerator row, and then obviously we have to start sorting. And I guess then we do the neutron arrays, right? Because we have to sort this from stuff that is not useful into stuff that is useful. So it's hard to have backup because of spoilage. What is spoilage like on all these things? So an hour and a half. Okay, very long time. A very long time. A very, very long time. And a very long time. So the only one that spoils fast is the one that should be consumed immediately. Because this is... Okay, don't look at that. This is what we need. And then we can turn it into... No, wait. That's in... Wait, what? Okay, yeah, I see what's going on. So you can eventually bust it down if you want. Okay, I don't know what I'm looking at with any of those things. But that's pretty cool. And we're going to eventually get more from the salt solution over here when I do lithium basically tomorrow. That's fine. That's very fine. All right, so what we got to do is this. So evaporate, particle accelerator, then neutron array. I wanted this to be all in its own city block, but I guess it doesn't have to be. And then after neutron array, no, well, because this has to be in here. This is product creation, though. It's regenerating the oxide. You can decay? You don't decay. Okay, so that's fine. That can have as long a buffer as I want. And that's fine. All right, so particle accelerators. Neutron absorber battery. Then we make MOX fuel cells. Then we put in centrifuges. Probably just one row. Because we don't... Probably maybe 2 rows. Depends on what we're looking at then. Okay? And then after that, we'll have product belts. Okay, plan. So I need 1 evap, 2 centrifuges, and then probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 18 neutron absorbers, which I likely don't have because they probably only brought me 10 of them. All right, that's fine. Come with me. Oh, I'm way up on inventory. Oh, because of the check valves, which I'll probably never use. Funny. Yet another funny part of my life. And we have once more over requested. How many? Yeah, how? Bots get so eager. And then this will go there for now. Okay, maybe they really want to give it back to me. Here, let's play a game. Boop. Boop. It's a fun to play catch with your bots. So everything else is just being merely full, right? So particle accelerators. I call 2 of you to me. I need an evap. I almost certainly have it, right? Yeah. And I need some centrifuges. I'm going to need a lot of centrifuges before the end. All right. As they say, let's get on with it. All right, let's go. Let's go do this. And we'll finally be done with this. But getting helium strikes me as just really important, right? It is really important, right? Why is this stuck in my head? Helium was something I had to go for pretty hard. It's like super alloy, right? That's not yet. I'm getting like super steel next or something. I can't remember. What was it for? What was it for? It was for something. I can't remember. Whatever. We'll get it set up. It'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Everyone just stay where you are. Barrel of helium? Will it float? That'd be pretty awesome. You just kind of, you can see it drifting across the factory. Finite difference time domain photonic structure. I mean, obviously. All right, that's cool. The boys are out there fighting the good fight. Evap, where are you? Right here. Right there. Why is the Mark II on the scrubber blue? Why is the Mark II scrubber blue? What? Red? What is this? Am I going crazy? No, right here. Scrubber. And then this is it's also blue. It's using the same, oh no wait. The logo's always blue. And it looks like, oh, it's just the glow in the center. Okay, I can't say I really approve of that, but I do understand it a little bit. All right. Okay. It's all right. The logo should be red. It really should, in order to better show what building this is. Because I wouldn't think that would be decorative. I would think that would be core functional, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Plutonium oxide. We need ethanol, right? So, okay. No problem. Biofluid, where are you at? Right here. Right here? No. I wish this would automatically do both of them, you know? It would seem very, very logical for pipes to do that, and yet it does not. Which strikes me as like a missed beat for Factorio. Usually they're all over little quality of life things like this. But whatever. It's not killing me or anything. Need more receiver chests. Ethanol. And just bring me tons of it, please. It's tons and tons. Oh, I still haven't updated. Oh, in case you haven't heard it, the evidence in my voice. Oh, I guess I'm stuck with this now. I am in fact feeling better. I actually got sleep, and with sleep, I have moderately recovered. I need one. Okay. Feeling disoriented, feeling completely out of control. There. Okay. Something is hooked up. It's going to be okay. It's going to be just fine. And I really shouldn't have put this down first. This is wasteful of space. And I believe I might come to regret that at some point. But not right now. Right now, we have all the space in the world because I've moved uranium out of the way. All right, so we have to make an entire system here. An entire system. We really only want this to run because this is very expensive for plutonium peroxide. We really only want this to run at last resort, when it's needed, when there's no oxide. So maybe we'll rig that up so it only run. Yeah, we're not going to do it like this. It's going to be a first order consumer, but we're going to wire it up so it only runs when there is no oxide on the belt, or less than 10 oxide on the belt. Okay, got it. That's a great idea. So right here, it's going to be like this. Bam, just straight out, and then we will rig it up like so. And I want you to, it's just going to be a complete hell of splitters and such. We'll make it work. Read all belt contents. And we want plutonium oxide less than, we're going to call it 12. We're going to call it 16. For right now, anyway. Okay, so the plutonium oxide comes around, and then it'll come right here, and then there'll be this join. And this will be the line that brings plutonium oxide up from the MOX generator. The more efficient way of doing this. And so we kind of want to read those belts too. So we read this belt as well, and copy and paste. We read this belt as well. Copy and paste. All right, all these belts will have plutonium oxide, and they must all fall below. Wait. No. Okay. Dumb. Right here. Plutonium oxide. There we go. It is less than 16. Right now, you are fully enabled. However, you have no materials. All right, now is the main event. I used to think this would be eating up more power than I could ever use. I don't think we're using stack inserters here. I don't think there's ever a need, especially with the surface area of the building. And we do this. Sorry, just fascinated. I need neutrons and I don't have any. So you end up with more plutonium? No, less. And you get some americum. Where do I get the neutrons from? Like, this is an area that's been developing in the tech tree, which I have just not at all paid attention to. No, that's not happening. It's going to be, it needs 750 degrees. So where is the... Oh, so we can get neutrons from right here. And then the neutrons do what? Oh, the big power plant. Which we're not going to be able to use for a long time. Okay, so what do we do with 100-degree neutrons? Like, is there make neutrons hotter recipe right here? So neutrons go in and hot neutrons come out. So it needs a control rod to make... I'm going to have to be doing all of this right here, aren't I? Huh. Okay. Okay, that's going to be interesting. So that gives us 100-degree neutrons, and that will give us americum. Americium? It's one of those. What was I even looking at? This. Then we can get americium 241, and then we could use that to immediately get 238. Oh, but that can't be done. So we can use that to get nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nope, doesn't matter. We can do this, and we just don't care. This recipe right here, it's here to fool you. All right, I respect that. This, though, this I am going to do, because we have too much 242 rock. We probably won't need to mass produce this. I should probably be leaving a lot of room. Anyway, let's think about this for later. Anyway, we're stuck here right now. Just don't think too much. Thinking's a problem. Thinking's gotten me in trouble many times in my life. All right, so right there. We're even gonna... This is ugly, but it clips that, you know? So if it gets here, it doesn't really count. So we're only... it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll add more if I need to. It'll be okay. Everything's going to be okay. In fact, we're going to do that right now. 24. How about that? It's probably still not enough. I don't care. Everyone just has to understand I don't care. Plug this guy in. Begin destroying my factory's power grid. And now we have the main event, the Great Sort. Can I just copy and paste this from the old factory and save myself a few minutes? Yeah, except this has mechanical inserters, and obviously I'm better than that now. And like that. Okay. So, yeah, just like that. Beautiful. Now we got to connect them all together, of course. In a grand bus. You know, you can be dismissed. How about we do a slightly different structure than normal? How about we try this? It's a little okay, it's a lot of ugly. It really is. Do I hate this? I mean, it's auto-balancing, right? It is. I kind of hate it. But it's also probably kind of necessary. All right, we'll do it. We'll see what happens. We have the space for now. All right, so we have balanced and sorted lines. Beautiful. So we'll give ourselves power. For without power, you can do nothing. And we've done this in order, right? This is 242, 241, 240, 239, and the glorious 238. And 238 just gets used immediately, right? To make the happy ball. But we're not going to do that immediately. We're going to put you all on belts. So we're going to have to join them all together, right? So all together now, kind of like, can I do this? Can I do this? Like this? And then find a way. And I have to obviously do this as well. Like so? No, obviously not like so. Yeah. Okay, so now leap straight in. Yeah, that works. Yeah, this structure works, kinda. And then you don't even need. It's just capper. Okay. And then if I need more, I just put more in, right? Just copy paste. Okay, good. I mean, some are going to get stuck here and then eventually go ashed. Well, how about this? We output priority to the right. There we go. That is probably a little more comfy. And then like so. Like so? Yeah, like so. Now we have clean lines. Okay, got it. All together now. Oh man, I had to take a hefty break there. What was I doing? Oh, okay, I was just setting this up. And this is the return line for oxide, which I guess I probably should reserve for a natural line for it, you know? Why does this look so weird and bad now? Oh, it's because of that? Yeah, there we go. And now oxide is on the near line. And I can leap everything and that will be okay. All right, so what are the order of events needed right here? Like right in here. Oh, I should have gotten a breeder reactor. Let's go grab one of them's. And then, we will rough out the Mox line. Do I have any... I need a brick of heat pipe, right? I need a breeder reactor. Yeah, one of you. And I think that's it, right? I have automated factories, of course. Maybe that's it. I don't know. We'll find out at least. So we'll set up a breeder reactor and a radiator, a modern radiator, and see if that does the job. And then we will make the oxide. Okay, that's the first thing we have to do. So we have to slap down automated factory, like right here. And then breeder reactor next door, which was in my inventory, but a moment right there. Okay, got it. And you are going to be making mock cells. Mocks. All right, so you're going to need molybdenum, plutonium, and uranium. That stuff. So we're going to have to go get a line of that. And that only... Ooh. Look at that. That decays so fast. We're going to have to start worrying about decay here. Okay, don't think about that. That's just going to make you unhappy. All right, so we'll get this in. We will make the mock cells. I think we're probably only ever going to need one of these. Like, just ever. And if not, I'll have to eat those words. Some of them, many, I have had to consume across this run. But likely, those would be the last ones, certainly. All right, so right there. We'll read in molybdenum plate. Where do we make the green uranium? Show it to me. And should it be going here with preference? Should we be making it on site in like a bespoke way? Should we try to belt it? Should we use the cold gas, the cold uranium gas to make it a purpose right there? But we're also making it from centrifuging yellow cake. And so there's going to be some runoff from that, right? Do I try to balance that, or do I keep the lines separate? I think if I put it that way, then it's very clear I should keep the lines separate. Okay, got it. So now what we need is not that. Now we need another evaporator. So all of this is going to be more complicated. I want you to make uranium. This. Okay. And you are not going to run 24/7, but you are still going to have to vent your decay products. You decay into uranium oxide in an hour, and then in a day it goes to ash. And uranium oxide currently has no use whatsoever for me, right? Yes, uranium oxide just needs to be quarantined. So I have to establish a uranium oxide bin. It's probably best right here, given that this is just random stuff land. All right, I declare that this deposit right here is where uranium oxide goes to rot. And then as a vent, we need a caravan outpost right there. And you will handle only ash, actually. Why am I doing it like this when I could be like a stack inserter? Stack inserter, I have forsaken thee. All right, filters, ash. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All uranium oxide will come up this line right here. Uranium oxide and or ash. It could be either. So we're not going to need two. That's dumb. You are only getting ash. Oh, wait. It can't work like that because of how things are. Okay, so we can't do that because it might be two products and stack inserters can jam. So none of that probably isn't going to be needed anyway. General inserters. There you go. This is the plan. This is the way. God, it's nice to feel better. I'm not 100% by any means. Like, I still get little flashes of weakness. Something, haven't really eaten in days, something like that. But the fog has cleared. which that was kind of a downer. And feeling generally better. All right, so this is where we get the uranium rock. And in you go. And we will pull in the gas, and then we're going to output our product, which is fuel cells. And they will come this way. Then this will go right here. And we have our breeder reactor set up right there. And you'll get in there, and it's just going to get evaporated. Here, what was our setup before? Let's just copy that. Like, it was very much arbitrary the first time we did it. And it's very much arbitrary this time. Yeah, sure, whatever. It's fine. All right, so this will now make our real product, which is used cells. All right, and spent, depleted. Depleted's the word, right? Depleted. Depleted. Spent. Cell. Used up. Can we please settle on a lexicon, please? And then this, oh, it makes more uranium. Ooh, we get a refund. Okay, so this can't work like this. Okay. So let's just continue roughing this out. Solving the puzzle yet again. We need... was it actually just this? I used... Okay. Look at it again. Used up. Used up, and that is in a centrifuge. Great. And then... Oh, this is the second row. We should probably look at how long these take and not build too densely. Where is the spiral? The spiral. Spiral. All right, so right here, I want you to centrifuge the used up cell. Nice. Right there. So you need, this eats 0.8 a second, and this produces enough for 10 of these when going full speed. But it's not really ever going to go full speed, but still the potential is there. So this goes on a different tier. All right, so you come down here and you're next. Just like put it right there. You are next. Okay, so this does not go this way. This goes the other way. And we're just kind of done here with this stage. Yeah. It's kind of a really good hit whenever it tags. How can it tag only because it's not replacing others and they're stuck. So this place needs help. Here, notepad. Help Southern Embassy bots stuck. Okay, got it. Maybe I'll remember that, maybe not. Not for right now, though. Kind of on a roll, right? So we have this unit, and this unit is good. And so we have the first of our choices. We have to get in 239. 239 is this one right here. This one. And so what's going to have to happen is it will come down somewhere. Let's just say here. And then, but there's more 239 coming. It comes from the end. So just like before, we need a line up. And then it needs to join in some natural way. And the problem is we don't have a natural reverse and join button. Like this would be ideal if we could get it to actually do what we want. But instead, we'd need a space and have to do a loopy-loop. So let's ask the important question. Can we support this structure with the horizontal space that we have? Good question, right? So if we say the oxide is right there, and this would be the first place where we could have, I really wish it could be separated by a space, but it doesn't even fit like this. See, it's on the belt. I'll have to find another, well, I'll have to take this back and move that to right there, and then it will work. But it's still not pretty. I'm probably still doing this, though. All right. We will adjust our expectations, yes? So you take that. And this is the official plutonium sorter. And this has to move over by 1. And yes, we are going to be using internal space. And so it's not going to look perfect on the mini-map. But no thing under the sun remains perfect for long. Right there. And this will ultimately make oxide. And the oxide is made down here with the centrifuges. So, okay, that will be done. So, we will have to stop this right here. We will stop this when there's like 1,000 oxide on the belt, something like that. And that will regulate it. Maybe we do less than that. Maybe we just do like 200, and we know there's always going to be a little bit. Okay, that's fine. So we have 238 right here, which will go straight into nuclear sample. This is the good candy. And then we have 238 return right here, which obviously comes back from the neutron absorbers. And then right here we have 239 south, which has to take a detour to get in on this right here. So let's just stick you down. And now we have to begin the struggle, I guess. So you have to be like that. And we want output priority to this. We want to output to these cells first and foremost. We want to make an orderly queue. That could look better. This could be better. In looking better, we will be better. Truth. Okay, and like so. And this is actually the nearest we could have put it here. So there's a lot of wasted space, but that's because we have all sorts of nonsense here we have to deal with. So it's not so much wasted, but consumed by something incredibly inefficient, which I don't know why that would be better. It means something, I swear. Alright, so all you get hooked up, and I'm definitely going to need more belt by the time this is done. Kind of sad that I'm just re-implementing the old decision, but it's the old system I set up. But it's a good one, so why should I weep for that? This is also, I don't think this is going to have to be scaled up. I know that is a profoundly foolish thing to ever say in this game, but it's so efficient compared to the consumption, you know? There. All right, let's go get some cold gas. I may have to send some yellow cake over specifically, right? Because right now yellow cake is gonna, there's probably a lot of buffering that has to happen. And I want to distribute it a little better. I suppose I should go all the way over to the other side, right? Or that might irritate me at some point. So let's do this instead. And go get the cold uranium hexafluoride from right here. And not a fan of having to do this. Still gonna do it. I like this because it keeps everything internal, you know? It uses the existing footprint and doesn't take away from footprints of buildings that may come, the buildings that have yet to come. Okay, good. So we cross Kimberlite, and then you're in. And then you just have to be regulated. And you have to vent. Oh yeah, there's also that. All right, so that will take care of itself. And now you have to vent oxide, and you have to vent ash. Uranium oxide. And this is what I haven't set up in the south. It is still getting clogged on the regular. And then this comes over here, I think. And then we'll have a line going up right here. I declare beautiful. I love it when I agree with myself. And we'll even do a fancy juncture. A proper juncture. And we'll even move this a little bit. Just like that. Okay. Nice. Okay. So that should take care of everything. No, it doesn't take care of this. Because the 239, you might decay. And you decay into 235. And then 235 here. I don't care. It's going into a decay bin. How about that? So it's uranium, it's plutonium 239, right? And then, well, that doesn't really help, does it? Because I want to grab that icon. All right. 235. And then you go to oxide. 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 And then ash. Okay, so that'll get that out right there. And you also need the same thing right here. And you need to only do MOX cells. MOX cell. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. And then this comes all over and you join here and we have a generic. Let's not do this. We don't have to be this way. We must strive for beauty in all things. And that is a lot more beauteous than it was before. This is so much more complicated than any of the primary materials. But then again, it is uranium and plutonium. So oxide, hot into oxide. Yeah, and that gets all that out and it goes that way. And that gets out and it goes that way. And it can't rot here. And then we have fuel cells. And then fuel cells will go on a very short loop, completely internal, highly, no, one more over. Utterly internalized delivery system. We're going to do 2 of these, right? 2 lines because we can. Yeah. Okay. So that's actually a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah, I'll fix it. So this goes right here to right there. And then we're going to have a line right here. It dumps out and it goes over. All right. Then we're going to have just a bunch of these. Are we ever going to need them? Almost certainly not. Is there room for expansion? Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad we had this talk. Is there anything more that needs to be of concern? Because this is the primary cycle right here. Oh, wait, there has to be an out. No, the out's right here.
Is the oxide stacked? I think it is, right? Yes. So it has to be stacked over here. Got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it. So we're going to have a nice hug belt going around the edge. True facts. Which means this all needs to get moved down. Which means that needs to be moved down. And then we have oxide out. Oh, and also uranium. So you need two of these guys. One for uranium. They're both going on the out belt. Yeah. Oxide. Pluto oxide, please. Where is it? And then you are uranium. Uranium. All right, and so now we have to deal with this problem, which I was thinking about just a second ago, but not clearly enough, it looks like. So we're going to have two products, the plutonium oxide, which is primary, and the uranium refund, which is secondary. And they will come over, and they kind of I want to use the uranium refund first. So I believe what we need to do is grab all this and shift it over. And I have to get the uranium refund line in here somehow. So your job will be like so. But what if it rots? Okay, well, I guess we know the answer to that. We take care of it. It's what we use that right there, and we get it on that line right here. And so we will have a uranium refund line right there. Input from the right, please. From the left, please. Right. So good. And we'll make sure it's balanced so it's on both sides of the belt. Does this actually function? Because I'm kind of worried about this not being balanced. And it might preference things. Okay, so if that's true, if that's a reasonable fear. So let's back it up and do one of these then. We have space. Just address the issue. Now that's going to be balanced, and now that will be balanced. And then no matter which side it prefers, it won't matter. It will take this belt first. Okay, good. That is now correct. What we need now is to grab this. I don't think this is legal, right? Yeah. If I do that, that is legal. And then you just leap. There. And you go on the vent line. Okay, so that will handle all decay products from there and in and all that. God, spoilage adds so much complexity. So much thought. All right, so we have to find our way to get our uranium line there from this. Thinking. I think we're doing this wrong. Okay, let's regroup. Let's regroup and reform. This is right, but also wrong. This is wrong and simply wrong. So grab all this and we put it here. Here, I say. And then it's like that. Perfect, right? Goes over And then that's the used up cell comes here and around. And then we will have products out in the middle. So you guys come right there. And we're going to leave beacon space. Because that's what we do. Must not forget our allegiance to the most holy beacon. We don't use them much, but we are laying the groundwork for them in the future. The beacons of tomorrow start today, friends. All right, so you will pull in the used up fuel cells. You really shouldn't need to use stack inserters there. How long does this take? 100 seconds, no. Stack inserters, vanity, vanity, 1,000 times vanity. All right, so like that. All right, so this will produce, and we're going the wrong way here. This will produce an oxide and green ore belt. And we need the green ore right there. The deadly green rock. The unhappy green rock. Nurgle's green rock. Something like that. Yeah, so let's do this. Would radiation be more of a Nurgle thing or more of a Zeech thing? I don't know. Uranium. Uranium 238. Okay. You've got to get out of here. And then you are just in the right spot to be disappointing to me. That's all right. I can fix it. Don't be sad. I've been disappointed many times before. All right, so there we go. And then the oxide line, which we did have right here, needs to be moved yet again. Okay. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, right? When my plans yet again fall into dust. So we'll leap all this nonsense. And it goes all the way up. And then Koopy paste. I don't think we're going to be able to stretch a wire that far. But I will figure out. And, oh no, we don't have to. It's going to be right there. There you go. And now we're all part of one happy family. It'll weigh the oxide on this entire belt, and that's enough. If there's no oxide in that section, it just doesn't matter anymore. And these guys are free to run as much as they want. If they get jammed, it does not matter. Final answer, Regis. Does not matter if these get jammed. Okay, good. Now we have to regulate this guy right here, which I think is the last thing we have to do. You've been flatlined for a while. So you need to not make any uranium when there's any uranium right here in this square. Is that a good regulation, a regulatory limit right there? He asks, talking to himself again. Because we don't want this to be making uranium all the time, because it's just going to rot into oxide. We would rather it be as efficient as we can manage. And if this ever runs dry, that means this entire belt is dry. So yes, I think that's probably the best we can do. So we're going to read the belt contents. Just hold on this. And then I need you to uranium 238 is equal to 0. Okay, so you should be enabled right now, and you're just missing your stuff. I wish it was slower, strange to say. Because it's probably going to take 2 seconds to get over there. Can I connect it to itself? Can I do that? See, if I read contents, include in crafting, I don't know what that means. Read recipe finished, outputs a given signal 1 tick when the recipe, no, I don't need that. No. So this should also stop when there's anything here. So that will give it time to transfer. Okay, that's probably a good idea. And then we make fuel cells for as long as we can because it doesn't matter. We should probably bring in molybdenum. Dinosaur hungry. Add destination. I don't think we're ever going to need a whale on this. If we do, I can always make just a whale. It'll look awkward, but, you know. Don't matter to me. Right here. I want you to fill your cargo, and I want you right there, and I want you to empty that cargo. On your way, dinosaur friend. All right, molybdenum, check. Oh, wait, no. Stop. No, stop. Come back. I thought it was only 1. All right, so we need 13. Oh, man. That's not great. No, where are you going? Oh, you're probably hungry, right? Okay, just let him go. 3,000 divided by 13. And we have 200. That almost says I need a whale. Because 200 cycles on this is not a long time, and that guy takes a while to huffle back and forth. All right, don't worry about it. So 200 times 5, 200 times 8. So it's 1,016. We want to set this up right there. And it's like, okay. Molybdenum. I shouldn't be doing it like this, right? This is old thinking. Right there. That's new thinking. So it doesn't matter. Then you don't do that. You wait for circuit condition. Unload until target. Unload until target. And this is right there. And I want to do, again, comparator equals go. Do we have a niobium plate just like here? Doesn't look like it. Niobium. Sure. All right, so I wish I could search recipes here. That'd be so much more useful. Don't think about it. There's stuff I have to do. All right, go get, it's 1,000 and 1,600. Then I want you to go to that place I was talking about a little while ago. I want you to go to molybdenum plate. Right there. And then load until caravan has, did again, 1,000. Then niobium, which is where? Oh, right here. Then get niobium, quantity 1,600. Yeah, go and do it now. Okay. So that's better, maybe. It's hard to really tell. All right, so that's working. I mean, maybe working, question mark. That's the oxide generator cycle in place. All of this possibly working. This is not quite finished yet. Let's take a look here. So We need power, obviously. We need efficiency modules, obviously. Those are coming. I don't know how many of these we need. We'll start with 8, I suppose. A number I have pulled completely out of nowhere. It's just where we start. Oh, we're going to have to go get more belt. So I guess that's a good place to stop. We're not going to have any more. There, and we have the fuel cell reprocessing done now. And all that's left is to use these materials and then neutron absorb everything else into better materials. The neutron absorption should be done last because no. Neutron absorption, like, can I fit them in this? I could totally fit them in this space. And I think maybe there's another recipe I should be using. Here, we'll look at all this one more time. But, like, this is generally what I'm going to have to do, and it, like, absolutely 100% fits here. And there's a lot more room, and there's room for more. So, yes, this gets thrown down here. And so all of the mixes I need to do the neutron absorption and do that alchemy, that bypasses this with preference. It only overflows that way. And it goes down here into this block. And this is nuclear processing. This is where we make nuclear sample. This is where we make fuel rod. This is where we will make the rest of the stuff. And so the nuclear material will come down here with preference. Okay, that's a pretty good plan. I need a lot more belt, and then we'll do the neutron absorption portion. And go. Is that... What did I just see? What is this? What is this? What? Wow. This is ancient. This is one of the very first outposts I put up here. No, it's... Yeah. No, I think the very first ones had niobium pipe. This is not forever ago, but it's still a long time ago. And more importantly, it's not needed now. What's this needing repair? What? Do I not have repair packs on me? I have 0 repair packs? Well, that's... I'm a mess of a person, aren't I? How can I be useful when I have no repair packs? It's okay. Oh. Went a little bit crazy there, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't mean to. Just went a little bit nutso. Here, this means nothing. Don't think about it. And I have... Oh, that was one of the damaged ones, right? And this is the other damaged one? Perfect. Okay, we have made the world a little better of place. Like we do every day. Here in Factorio. Here in the Special Economic Zone on Navus. What I need to do now is take all that and get a lot of belt. Like, we are making a true bus here. And overloading on material is definitely recommended. I've got caravans, I got everything I need. Let's go. I wonder why science has completely stopped. Like, I'm almost compelled to look, and I say that kind of have to look, right? So back here in the bad old factory, no automation science? What? No small parts? What? No iron? I'm supplying iron to the South. What? Has the South drained me dry? Oh, what's our problem? Why are we the problem in this issue? This has to be no What is it? What's the additive called? This is what we're missing. No oleochemicals. Now, for one thing, you guys can do that. And this just, here, you are marked for removal. You are I thought it was going to be Xylitol, right? Even though that wasn't Xylitol, and hopefully nobody noticed. We have no oleochemical. Oh, that's because no venom, right? We had, all right, hold on. All right, got it. It's on the list. Don't think about it anymore. I'm on a roll here. Just don't think about that. It's not a problem. The less you think, the happier you will be. It is true. All right, so that comes around and that's the space. This is going to be hard to think about, isn't it? Because this is shiny rock return. All right, this has to be input priority from this side, and that's copy, 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 copy. Right? Yes. And then output priority on the other side. Like, why would I only do half, right? This is still going to be quite the pain, but it'll be okay. So I have to wrangle this entire bus all the way down. Luckily, we don't have that far to go. And there is a pattern here, which you don't have to be completely deranged to perceive, though it will help. And, yep, just kind of get ourselves past this. Can you leap the entire distance? Excellent. Glad to see it. And then you come up like that. In fact, you guys can probably... Yeah. So that's going up and that's going down. Perfect. And we should have 5 of them, right? 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And there's nothing to do but it's going up, that's going down. That's going up. And so you go there. You go there. And it's going to be the same thing, right? Down, up, down. Down, up, and down. Beautiful. So it is bam, 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 bam. All right. Now we are approaching the idea of getting somewhere. We're almost cleared. If I would have gone just a little farther, I would be able to, I'd be done by now, but I stopped just short. Flip, flip, flip. All right, and this is where I turn it over to the bots. There we go. There. Maybe I should have done this to begin with and then did the exception. That would have been smarter. Nobody tell me about these things. Okay, so now we need to do the alchemy. And I think for how do we want to handle this? Let's take a look. We're going to want to rebuild this, but we're going to want to do generally this. So let's take you guys here. No, let's take one of you, just a little slice. And we're going to use this as inspiration. And are there better neutron absorbers out there? Yes. Can I use them? No. Excellent. So what's going on? We have all sorts of radioactive candies coming out of the machine. And we don't want all of them. We want specifically 230 238. We also want helium for some reason. So here we take 242 and we break it into 241, 239. 239 is useful. And here we take 241 and 242. And here we take 239, 240. This is the good one because that makes 238. So let's just start with you. Where are you, neutron absorber? I want you to make, gets rid of neutron. Oh, so that's how you just get rid of neutrons, in a neutron absorber. All right, got it. Totally makes sense. So this is a no. There's a recipe I didn't say, right? This all takes a lot of time. So this one's probably not what we want to do. We want to use this to make helium. This we want to do. This is what we really want to do because this makes 238. And this makes 239, 241. Isn't that, didn't I see that? So 239 and 41 and 40. This seems to be bad and seems like a step down. But then it makes 40. So this makes 40. And this makes 39. We could probably balance this out, but I really don't want to do the math. So we can take 139 and 140 and then make one. This is what we want. So we want to take our remnants, which is a 39 and a 41. No, this isn't what we want. No, this is 30. We want a 39 and a 41, and that gets us a 40. And if we have 4 242s, we make 2 39s. Why would we need one for right there and then one for right there? And that gets us a 242, a refund of a 242, and it also gets a 238, which is what we want in life. And we should avoid making 238 if we don't have to, because it decays fastest. Wow, there's a variety of decay products. So let's say that again. We want to use this recipe. We're going to just assume 242 is free because it's the most prominent product. And we have to, therefore, we have to make a 39 and a 40. Just assuming we have to, well, hold on. What are the different ratios coming out of the particle party pack? So 239 is quite a large chance. And 242 basically always, no, wait. 239 is more likely than 242? Wow. So the thing is, 239 is most produced. And so the question is, how do we make 240? And 241 is fairly rare. 241 is rare. 240 is a little less rare. So we want to make 240. So this shouldn't be used. 240 is already scarce. Well, no. Okay, that's using that. Yeah, okay, that's why it's scarce. Never mind. I can read. So this is good. However, 240, this is just promoting 241 into 240 at the expense of 239. So if we look at that in the ratios and then, think or purport to think, that's like subtracting that percentage from 239 and adding it to 240, which will bring us to 38% and 40%. So that's almost balanced. So over time, I think that's all you need. And then it's just dealing with everything else. So if this is this is all we need. We must now rig up a situation where nothing blocks us. This will essentially absorb all 239, will absorb all 241, will absorb all 238, and will produce 242 in excess. And all 240. So this is a complete system just off that, which apparently I didn't realize at the time. And all we have to do is get rid of 242, and 242 can then be dumped directly into helium right here. And we get this americium, which doesn't decay, huh? I really wish it decayed. Well, yeah, it is. It's right there. Americium? Why aren't you showing you decay? Oh, because uranium decays. This does not. And we can't do that. We can't do that. We can do this, but then we end up with these guys, and I don't know where this goes. I mean, I suppose we use it in Silmicdens, right? And it just lasts forever. It lasts for a very long time. And efficiency is 500%. Yeah, it's going to last for a while. And the Bodos as well. I'm not sure that draw is going to be enough. So we kind of need waste disposal for all this to run forward. Sorry as is to say. So we're also going to need more 239 because of fuel cell production, because just normal fuel cells are going to be needed to make a whole lot of alloys. So we have to make 239 as well. Got it. So 239 has to be done here. We have to break down some of these. This probably has to be done with preference. Okay, and then only waste 242, which will exist, needs to go into the system and gets crashed out into helium. All right. And then this, like, isn't this just making this is making 238 just by proxy, right? So you get 41, which is rare, and 2. So isn't this better? But the 241 is rare. Okay, how about we just set up all of these lines, and then is there anything more ever is an interesting question. Here, let's find out. Plutonium. Ugh. Well, maybe this will be what I need. All right. So yeah, these are all particle accelerators. It's a neutron moderator. That's not what I'm looking for. We use particle accelerators here. It doesn't look like anything new. Here, what is this? Nuclear power? And then all this came here. Oh my God. All this stuff. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Right. We need neutrons, and then we directly transmute things. So this is like the better version of this, which we get in. So all of this that I'm making, just don't worry about it too much. We're getting better versions later, and we start doing direct transmutation. Okay, everything changes once we get to prod, so just ignore that. Okay, stop thinking, stop. Thinking cannot help you in this case. Shut off your brain, shut it off, and we are just going to do a full row of each one. And we'll try to arrange preferences for them. So, okay, this one right here is most goodest. This is the one we want to do. So this will receive ingredients first. So there's going to be, the way the system is, we have the feed line coming down here. And it's going to be diverted with preference into the neutron absorbers here. So the neutron absorbers will go first with the goal of producing as much 238 as possible. Okay, yes, that makes sense to me. And then at the end, all the stuff, what's going on here? Okay, I'm not in zoomed out mode. That's what's going on. All of the material which does not get grabbed by a neutron absorber will fall through in here, where they will have the opportunity to become an item, either a nuclear sample or a fuel rod or into helium or something like that. And that's what's happening here, and it will back up based on this. So anything that falls past here will never... Yeah, once it's hit back here, it's designated as to be used in a product. Okay, got it. And then here is to be transformed into the most important product. Right, got it. This makes sense to me. Now we have to order it. I mean, it makes sense to me, but I realize I'm just ranting, so... Okay, so this gets used first right there. So naturally, this should be used second because this is producing all the materials to make this recipe. So you are next in preference. Next, what I want after this is to do something that makes, assuming 242 is free, something that makes 241, right? Which would be you. So you go next, which leaves lastly this recipe, which is right there. And so this is the moderation pecking order right here. And I don't have to think about it anymore. I just turn off my brain. I just make this work. How does it work? I don't know. Sir, I just work here. I'm sorry. This is a Denny's. You're going to have to leave now. So what will happen is we will get these two ingredients. In all cases, we have 2 ingredients in, 2 ingredients out. What we are going to do... Is everything stacked? Did we use stack inserters? No, we used normal inserters. Why do you suppose we did that? Why do you suppose this? All right, well, we have a convention then that we just use fast inserters here, which means we probably should have gotten a lot more. All right, back in. And then once this is done, we will be able to... Oh, this is going to be a long episode. Because then I have to set up products. Because I get the feeling I have like a half hour left on the neutron moderation side. And then products. And then I really want to get this done today. I want to turn this machine on. And I realize this is a really fanciful goal. But I want to see it working. So, okay. I just need to shut up and do. Just shut up and build. And we're just going to make a prototype. We're going to have stuff coming out right here. We're going to have stuff going in right here. And we have another line. We're going to try to do it like this. And you probably can't be affected by beacons. So just don't think about that. So it's like that, like that. But, and so we will do the plutonium across like so. And we will do, this is a little tricksy now, isn't it? All right, we're going to do something weird. We're going to do a line down the middle for boric acid. And I don't have enough pipes. There we go. And then we'll have a north-south rail on this right, and then it'll connect to all the others. I'm not going to call it beautiful because it ain't. But this is probably workable, which is not better than beauty, but is okay. So you're going to make 238. Here, just back off. Everyone back off. Back off, back off. So you do this, and this should be everything we need, right? Fuel, all that, all that. So if we take all of you, we take it like this, and we just start with 8, right? And then we have product line. Oh, we have to deal with product line. So this is what we do for starters. And can we clone this 4 more times in the space we have? That's a big unknown. Let's find out. So Koopy, 2, 3. The answer is no. No. So how can we make this better? Because we still need a little more space, right? Because we have to do logistics in here, and we have to divide all. Well, that's not going to be hard. Dividing it up isn't going to be hard. How close are we? We need 4 more vertical. 4 more vertical. We can get 1, 2, 2 from right there. And can we push this around at all? No. It's kind of dictated by that, right? So we could line them up in a 4x4, but I don't know how I like that idea. We could just go into the next block. Nothing will... Okay, just go into the next block. Nobody's going to die. It's not going to be terrible, terrible. It's just going to be a little awful. Farewell to thee. And grab all this, and we go again. Yes, all of that was so I can space it better. All right, we need many, many more neutron absorbers. I should have just been grabbing them this entire time. And I need a lot more belt, too. As much belt as I can carry. No more thinking. Thinking's done. We're going with this plan. Neutron absorbers. Get in here. We're going to need even more than that. We're going to need many times more than that. When do we make neutron absorbers? Tell me. Tell me right now. Rating the box right now is probably neutron. Premature. So up here. Actually right here? Neutron absorbers? Yes. What the, how dare you? I can't even pick it up because my inventory is full. You saw what that guy did to me. He made a fool of me. I didn't build him directly, but I caused him to be built. That should command respect, right? But no. Bots. And this is also putting all decay products on this belt, so I have to be mindful of that. Oh, decay products at the end. I didn't do anything about that. I haven't been mindful of it at all. And that's a problem. All right, so pickup. I also didn't put in any power poles. Speaking of problems, there's that problem. Ghosts back, please. Need more pipe as well. This is in no way done. It is a dense little tangle, though. All right, one more time. All you lot, you sorry bots. We're even going to give ourselves more space right here. Don't worry, everyone chill. There. And also these guys. So this is one of those areas in the factory where I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure I'm building for the future entirely, you know? I know there's so much more nuclear tech coming, and it's going to be different and strange. Oh, I shouldn't have done that last thing. All right, so you become this. And that's 239. That's 242. No, it's not 24. It's 238. Why would you name it like that? Why would you name it after what is clearly the minor product? And I'm really cloning these too fast because, like I keep saying, I'm not quite done. I'm going to trim all these maybe. I don't know. Don't think about that right now. So we have to get rid of waste products. First off is waste products on this line, obviously. And this can decay into a couple different types of uranium. And this can decay into oxide and can decay into a lot of stuff. This is going to be really irritating, isn't it? So I only got 4 slots. Ash, oxide. This is all going to go into the shared decay bin, and I'll decide what to do with them. What is this? 235? Sure. 235. That will just decay if I leave it alone. So, good. And this one decays into something else. That decays in 236, which goes into oxide. Great. 236. There. Not what I'd call perfect, but it is in the plan. And then I honestly do not know what the decay products that come out will actually be. There's so many rare and weird long-term decay products that they're all just going into the same box. And every once in a while, I will look in the box. That's right. I'll look in the box. Okay, so. I feel like I may be getting myself into a position where I'm going to be reacting up components that just get reacted into components that just get reacted and just in a cycle, you know? Ooh, this is going to look neat. I like that. This is actually good. This is so pleasant to look at. This has good feng shui. All right, so what do you decay into? Oh, that's weird and I hate it. So that's 238, right? I recognize that particular hue of candy. So you're 238. And then you decay into oxide and ash. So, yay, we have taken care of one side of this. And what are you? You decay after a while. I'll probably still be on chem science by then. Americium 241. Maybe I'll make it to pi sci 3, something like that. Anyway, that's what you do. See? Makes sense. All this goes this way now. Now, with all of those being possible products on this belt, that's, well, things are going to be a mess. Things are definitely going to be a mess. Oh, you only take 242, and 242 only goes into that, so that's fine. That might be the one belt that is not a mess. How about I go a step farther, right? And it didn't do it right. Very sad. And you guys do, what is that shade of candy? 235, and this one does, again, 241. So you should be exactly this, right? And if not, I'll fix it, right? Okay, everybody join the waistline. Everybody go in the decay bin. Let's shove all the radioactive components right next to each other. I'm sure nothing, I repeat, nothing could go wrong from doing this. This is an absolute travesty, a complete violation of all safety protocols. And you know what? It's a great idea. Should have been thought of long ago. All right, so should we just hook all these boys up just like this? Just like this. I should have done this from the start. And this gets our peroxide. And this is the favored use of plutonium peroxide. And depending on how Fluid 2.0 decides to apportion this, we can either be buffering for probably literal days, or it will go fairly smoothly. We'll find out together, won't we? Let's see what our level of rage is. If nothing else, I could put a valve here to make sure this always has material, because it's regulated using other means now. Or I could just clip it until it makes some oxide and starts the process. That, too, would work out. Anyway, what I need now is boric acid, which is up here. And then we have to draw a line, which shouldn't be hard, except we're running low on pipes in inventory. So this way. How far is boric acid? Take a look. Take a look. It's actually fairly close to being in a useful spot. So let's go get boric acid and just start dragging it over. Maybe we do it intelligently and look first. Maybe we have faith that we are still the right person in the right place. Where are we again? Oh, it's still further. Wow. All of this is just so huge now. Okay, so, and it's on this line. This is already crowded. Should we just try here? See how transparent we are at this level? It would be, it would have the highest conservation of lines. Then you must underflow less than 20, please. Am I moving fast enough? No, not really. Am I going to play for as long as it takes until I turn this thing on? Yes. You have been correctly watching. You have now predicted my actions with clarity. Okay, how transparent are we? I mean, pretty transparent, right? Now we get into the real tests. Uh-oh, this is not looking good. Oh, no, it'll be fine. I left a good via. Look at that. Look at it. Who thought of doing that? Who thought of doing that when he laid it out? Who did not get an immediate reward of any kind for doing that, but just held off, knowing that, later on, this will definitely pay. And it does. Oh. Sometimes I feel like I'm good at the game. Sometimes. The design pattern is its own draw. It is its own joy. It is its own perfect center around which kind of my own life revolves right now. At least the fun part of my life. This is the end here. Oh, okay. So I'm seeing uranium and going, what? Why are we here already? And then I realized, that's the lesser uranium. We want to take this to the south. We can't do that, so a little further over. And we definitely need a full pipeline here. I remember that from the north. There's the waste bin. I don't remember what that is. And that thing is off, obviously. And then we just plug in right here, right?
That went very well because I planned everything correctly. That's right. I did that. All right, so this is, in theory, completely all set up and I should be happy. Do you hear me? I should be happy. What I need to do now... I wonder if this actually works, though. If it only works when it's snuzzled real close. Oh, I should try to figure that out. Oh, no. Terrible thought. Terrible thought, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of those don't work like that. They only let fluid... They only pass fluid to fluid boxes that are neighboring of the same type. We have to investigate that using a working area. All right, so the question is, will you fill? You do. Okay, so pipes work. Okay, good. Phew. Okay. You know, a competent, I would go so far as to say a licensed architect might have thought to look into that before building everything out and configuring everything. However, as I am constantly forced to remind you, you guys did not spring for a professional. You get me instead. So no one complain. Right there. Infrastructure is... Okay, so now what we have to do is take this, which is the 238 line, the holy 238 line, and just draw it down. We know it passes straight by without being affected. It has no commerce with any of these things. It is on its way to become nuclear sample. Yeah. I'm kind of worried about overproducing. I've decided not to worry about that. That sounds like a rich man's problem. So what we're going to do right here... Oh, this is super close. Output to the... Can I move you? Yes, I can move you. Output to the right, 235, 238, yes, 238. And then everything else will go to the left. That includes a large amount of decay products. All right, keep that in mind. Decay products will have to be handled at the end. But anyway, we just pitched that out, so now it's 242. And if we do 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it has to get into this line right here. So we're going to leap across, and we're going to attach it. Leap across and attach it. And this contains waste. They all, by necessity, must be waste aware. There we have an output, and for the duration, this guy can just skip all of this. He is not a part of any of these conversations, does not need to be invited to the meeting, does not appreciate being on the invite, would just like to be left out of it. Really, he just wants to move on and become science. All right, so what I gotta do now is get our ingredients, and you are 9 and 10, and so we have our waste line right here. Which, do you exist? No, you do not hook up here. No, friend. No. You get cycled back around. You are the source of this line, and you don't go south. No, friends. You bicycle back around. So that was 242, and so it goes right here instead. Pardon me. All that work just to blow it. Okay. And the problem now is
Are these all on one side of the belt? Yes. Okay, I probably should have thought of that earlier. All right, it's fine. Fix it now, right? There we go. Natural balanced. All right, so you guys go cycle back around and maybe you'll get used in something else. So they both head back up and this one doesn't have to go anywhere. So here we have 9 down. And we decided that they go into this with preference, right? We try to make nuke science first, and that's what this represents. All these represents trying to make nuclear sample. So, bam. And then off you go. And then we have 10 up right here, which we are just going to leave alone for just a teensy bit, just a little moment. And then you come in right here. There. And these will fill up with that stuff. And if called, you will be called down again. Okay, great. So this is completely wired up in theory. Next, we have to deal with these products, right? And we have the kind of the same problem because we have kind of the same situation. All right, so you are producing 9 and 40. So that's the exact same stuff as up here. It needs 9 and 40. All right, so we're going to need the 9 line going back. That's this. Right here. And we need the 40 line going back, which is right here. So what I need is now... we're going to sort out 9 to 39, and you go on this belt. And that's kind of obvious, right? And then you join up. I don't know if you get made anymore, but you still join up. Like so. Okay. Right. Good. Which leaves this to be coming right here. And then you go up. Like so. And it's balanced on the belt, and it's beautiful. And all the waste products end up on there. Now, this does lead to a situation where I am putting all the waste products from this reaction on this belt, which may include waste products anywhere else. And then it would come back around. It may end up somewhere else. Like, okay, all waste products from this reaction will go on this belt, which will go on 242. 238 decays into stuff that 242 does not. 242 comes down and it comes on a line here, and we may not have... So this is just... We are not doing this correctly right here. This is not set up right. We need a blacklist. Whitelist is not how you do this. Okay. Spoilage is a challenge, isn't it? Yeah, and then no matter, we have to be blacklisting stuff everywhere. And then it'll make it very hard for it to jam. That's a much better idea. Let's do that. Okay, so right there, and you just need 1. Good for you. And lastly, you. I have to be very mindful that I have to be blacklisting materials everywhere now. Everywhere on the plutonium line. Okay. Good, perhaps? Better, maybe? Hard to say. Anyway, we need 39 and 242. Did I not? 39. Okay, we need 41 and 42. So these guys, we need the 41 down, which is you, and the 42 down, which is right there. And you guys, we need to do exactly this again. So you can go right there. You can go right there. That means this happens here with preference like so. Maybe we don't leap. Maybe you're first. Maybe we just give you preference because you're first. All right, so you're in, and then you are out, and we're done here. Excellent work. Congratulations. An absolute credit to the cause. All right, so what's happening here? We're taking 242 in. Hey, that's easy. So 242 in here. And then I want you to go this way, like so. Just straight in. And then you produce 241 and 239. So 239 back is this one right here. And then you will be near. That's 239 again, right? Does that make sense? You make 239? Everyone makes 239. 239 is, in fact, a major product, it looks like. Okay, good. And the other one is 241, which is this guy right here, 241 back. And then right there, correct. And then just kind of hook her up, just like so. And then like that, and then like that. Are we good? Kinda? I mean, it's kind of glowing, kind of sort of glowing. All right, so next up, right here. Oh, we have to continue avoiding. Oh, this is kind of unfortunate. How far south can we go? Oh, quite far south. Exactly as far south as I would have gone anyway. Maybe even like that. I could just wrap it up here, you know. Start with making here. I probably will. Yeah, I'm probably going to turn it on after this and just, we're going to make 231, 230, 235. It's 235 right here. And then tomorrow I'll do all the products. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm going to turn this machine on once I get this last bit hooked up. And then we'll watch it run for a while. It's going to take a long time to really spin up. So, heat up rather. Yeah, that's a really good plan. So what we need here is 39 and 41, which is kind of weird. 39 is right here. It's going to have to take a mighty journey. Okay, 39 coming down. Yeah, so we're not going to get as far as we wanted. We wanted to get all the products done too. However, I'm going to plead this is really complicated. Well, I could just copy what I had before. I don't trust that guy. That guy's just kind of dumb a lot. And so we're going to do this by scratch from first principles. And we will improve upon his terrible designs. All right, so that's 239 and 41. So that's 39 down, 40 down, 41 down. And frankly, it's just fun to resolve a puzzle I haven't seen in probably a year at this point. Yeah, somewhat of my own fault, right? Okay. And so as for products, you produce 40 and 242. So 40 comes out. So we need a 40 back line. So 38 back, 39 back, 40 back. This is the 40 back line. And it has to come from right here. God, I hope I got all these belts going the right way. If not, I will be excessively embarrassed. All right, so that's 40 back right there. And you got to come this way. Right there. Okay, so 40 will come back, leaving only 42 back, which is the outermost line. Great. And so this will react everything. And I don't know. I don't know about this last one. I feel like this might just be spinning. We'll work on the ratios later. I can always slow it down, like cut these guys off and have it only do a little or a lot. Thinking right now is premature and emotionally damaging. Oh, and I want to speak about emotional damage. This whole thing needs to get moved down by one. Just must. Oh, it can't. Yeah, I can. Make it work. I will not, if there is any way possible to avoid it, will not build next to the walkway. This is a principled factory. So, right here, now you come over like there. Then there's exactly enough room, and you plug in. We're finished, right? That's it. We're ready to go. And then we have a product line right here, which we will then turn into nuclear sample. We will also pull down 39, which is right here anyway. Here is product line number 2. And we're going to think more, but after it starts working. We're ready to go. Let's pull the switch. And we'll see like a solid week or more of setup spring to life joyously, hopefully working without issue. Does anyone actually remember how this was set up here? Because I don't. Was there anything left to do? I don't know. Maybe. All right. Uranium on our way. Let's watch it. Place your bets. Start your timers. Let's find out when the first screw up is going to be. So, here in what is called the easy phase of the process, we take shiny green ore and we smash it up real good. So, slowly collecting, slowly collecting. They kind of, it's a very slow process, huh? 4 seconds for 5 ore. And then, shouldn't this be going by now? Okay, there we go. I feel like it's been a lot more than 16 seconds. Anyway, there's the ore 1. Yeah, and this is crafting speed 2. Why did that take so long? That was not just 8 seconds. Huh. It's really curious. Or maybe it was less than that. Oh, well, I don't know. No, I did the math wrong. I see how it is. Okay, my fault. So, spin to win, my friends. And this is just crushing grade 1 into grade 2, right? Yep. It's a 1-to-1 conversion, plus you get a lot of gravel out of this. And we've already just completely blanked on uranium ore. Where are you going? Oh, it just takes a long time to move, I guess. Anyway, let's watch the first pulse. If we need to put more material in here, then yeah. More whales would definitely work. Also hooking it up so that it's right near a mine. In the end, there's no substitute for a belt. It's true. Right, here's the grade 2 coming in. Threatening to be processed. Is not being processed yet. But the threat is there. Stop fighting over it, guys. I need you guys. I need everyone to help here. Almost. There we go. And now the pounding into powder. And this is, again, a slow step. This is all really slow. Oh, I never put in the efficiency modules. It's okay. We'll go look at torturing our factory. Do we have any beacons? Yes. Okay. We'll be able to do this. Right, so far, no big problems, right? The gravel's getting out, the stone's getting out. We've done that a million times before. Everything's being processed. We're making powder. The powder is just now being produced. Congratulations. Excellent work so far. Truly S-tier behavior right here. And then the powder goes into, what are these? Thickeners? Leaching stations. And it's 10. That's a pretty huge reduction right there. All right, there we go. These guys turn on. And then, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, it all went in there. Okay. So next time. There we go. Now some 2 goes. Now the line of 2. And this one's getting split for some reason. Don't know why. I have never been more grateful for the fact that liquids do not spoil. All right, and so now we're almost at the yellow cake stage, which means we're almost at the really fun stage. We get to watch that. Oh, well, this is going to be really fun. Maybe we need more of these guys. I don't know. Yellow cake established. I think this is back when we thought we were going to take yellow cake somewhere. Here, we'll turn that back on later. I just want to watch this happen. You can't efficiency it, of course. That would make our life too good. All right, so we didn't hit there. I probably should have these guys immediately spitting this stuff out. Like, override stack size to like 10 or something. I don't know. Phone call. That was a spam call, but at least it was a very high-level spam call. You know? No cheapy spam that time. It was spamming very expensive things. So I feel a little bit complimented like that. So we are definitely going to produce, well, we have a chance of producing some excess yellow cake. Here, let's let that go. Just turn this around for right now. And just run on 1 and try to remember we've done that, right? And try to let some yellow cake pass through. Right, so here we have our first 230. Oh. Well, I don't like the implications of that. Okay, so what am I looking at right there? So it comes down here, it comes here, it gets loaded up, and then we don't need any more. That has to come all the way down here and join in this line specifically. That's going to be difficult to reach, friends. It could get on this line. That would be a lot less torturous. We have our first error, ladies and gentlemen. First error. We don't have any fuel cells yet because we haven't hit the lottery. All right, so has anything passed through? Doesn't look like it. All right, so we have to just wait for the next waves. Wait for more ore to pass through. It's going to take a very long time. All right, let's fix that problem. Yeah, this is going to take forever to buffer. I wonder what the actual throughput is of ore in, because it's all limited by the whale. So right here is the issue. This is producing excess 238. And we're always going to have excess 238 right here. Do I think we're ever going to need more is the real question.
Like, do I think we produce enough for our own needs? Or do I think that complex thoughts, like the combination of all uranium-238 wastes in the system, is that more or less than the amount needed by the whole system, you know? Because I have an area that is... What's this doing? What is this doing? This is uranium oxide sorting line, but we had different semantics, right? What am I... Oh, did I repeat all that? All right. I see what's going on there. I had neglected to hook that up, and that's a little bit unfortunate, but not a lot unfortunate. I can repair that pretty easily. Probably not by doing this, but doing something else. All right. Anyway, let's take a look. Just... We're making some... Are you passing by? Oh, come on. I want you to pass by. We did make one hit of 230. I'm really wondering if I should just override stack size to 10 on both of these. I think I'm gonna. 10. Yeah. 10. There. Okay, so now we got some shiny rocks on the belt. We're just going to be running one for just right now. I just want to make sure everything is working, quote-unquote working. There. And then this starts going. And we make a fuel cell, comma 1. And we have enough to make 3 of those, right? Yeah. And so, whoop, done. Just instantly done. And we can see the temperature rising or falling. I'll have to watch this over time to see if this radiator actually works. Yeah, it's falling, but that's because it's being distributed. I have to come back and just look at it eventually. That, however, is good. And now we have the empty, and we need 10 of the empties. All right, so while that's building up, because this is taking absolutely forever, we get this to down here, and then where we want it is actually on this line. Or on this line. But this line is probably better. All right, so let's pretend. Something like that. Gonna regret doing this. Gonna regret it. So we want right here. And we need these guys to make way. And then we will pop in, and they're both kind of equally wasty, I think. So I shouldn't care too much about which one gets used when. What do I do when this backs up completely? Wait for it to rot? That's going to be a bit of a problem. But we should be able to test the... Yeah, this should be shut off. Disabled by control behavior. Yes. There is waste uranium present. Do not make any more. And it's like, are we going to consume the waste uranium fast enough? That is the big question. We might need to do an overflow right here. Output priority to the left. And here we have overflow waste 238, which should go to bullets or should go to a cooling chamber to cool down to oxide and then to ash. All right, that is the official solution there. So let's see how we're doing here. Have we had another hit? You have made no products. You have made 2 products. So Unfortunately, we have not had another winner. I don't think any of the yellow cake has passed through, right? Zero products finished. So do I have to increase the amount of uranium coming into the system? I think that's probably the only solution, right? That guy grabbed some more 230. Maybe you need more hands. Maybe that's better. Now you're full up. And I kind of think you guys need one of those too. Just cuz. All right, there we go. Shiny rocks. Did any yellow cake pass by? No. Oh, yes, there's some yellow cake passing by. All right, that's good. All right, here we go. More of you. You have finished one product now. Okay, good. More. This is still probably not enough, right? We have to hit the lottery one more time. I wonder if I should be backing it up right here, you know? Because this is a lot is flowing down to waste recycling, and it probably shouldn't. Here, let's see if we can get more ore in. I think that's probably going to be necessary. All right, so you're going back, and you're picking up uranium ore. And how are we doing there? We are completely full up. So we will, and there's a whale waiting to drop. So what we will do is we will double input of uranium. So right there, go. I cut this episode short, and it's still a long episode. But this is the time where why are we stopped? Ooh. That's not how it's supposed to be, friends. Who saw that coming? Certainly not me. Okay, good. That is fixed. And that's going to be a big burst of material coming through. Oh, but we also... What is that? Oh, it's shiny stuff waiting. That's really interesting. And we just don't have anything coming through. Understood. So we did release some yellow cake into this system. Now we just don't have any hydrofluoric. And how can we fix that? Yeah, we have no hydrofluoric. I guess we just don't, and we don't care. Yeah, we don't care. We'll fix this eventually. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, making more yellow cake. Good. More rolls right here. I want to see it. I want to see it get all the way through the plutonium section. We are spinning to win. Can we see that? No, it's just a little itty bitty bump. Remember when particle accelerators used to be just titanic draws on power? It's like, nah, 75 gigawatts of pure wind power. All right, so we have a whole bunch of... Shouldn't we see a bunch more? Isn't this not a bunch? Oh, just getting wrecked, getting sucked into this. That's good. Okay. That's kind of what I want to see. Like, I was thinking, should I be buffering this against luck? Because all that stuff that passed by, I kind of think I should, right? Like, I kind of think I should be doing this. No, I can't do that. Do this. Something like you. Like that. And then
No, 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 no. It should be anything. You should grab anything. You'll grab anything. And you get wired up to only go... No, 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 no. Think, think, think. When there is a backup to this point exactly. So I want to read belt contents, hold. And I want you to be enabled. But I don't want it to be enabled when stuff is just passing by. And there's really big chunks of stuff coming through. There's blocks of 10 every pulse. So whenever it gets over 10 then, all right, enable when 238 is greater than 12, let's say. See, we can see it. Oh, there's more shiny stuff. This will help us be a little more efficient up here, right? It'll guard against problems with luck. And I missed my number there. We can just see it as it floats by. We're probably missing the functioning of the rest of the factory. By focusing. Okay, here we go. Okay, watch the circuit network. And then it gets up to, I think it got up to 12 or no, it got up to, I don't know. I didn't see. Okay, never mind. Anyway, all of this is wow. Okay, this is working. It's working very slowly. That has finished one product. Oh, we came back just in time. It finished exactly one product. All right, so I need to... Tell me you haven't been cleanly distributed. No, you've been put in here and you're waiting. Okay. All right, so a few more. Just wait a little longer. Just a little longer. Then down here... Shouldn't it have flown in already? Floated? Flown? Right here, and then someone's got some. I don't see anyone having any of that, but we know... See, this is getting a little pressurized. This is not right. Oh, it's in the wrong one. Oh, wait. No, it's in the wrong one. Can't I H this and now everything's fine? Yes. All right, everybody get H'd. Horizontal flip for everybody. All right, so that's now flowing in. And now we should be seeing some powders on the belt, hopefully. Yes. And they're being squabbled over. Oh my god. This guy's running. So this is our first plutonium peroxide. So yeah, we're almost there. And then here. We're just going to clip that for right now. Pay no attention to that. Pay no attention whatsoever. That is just so silly. It's just, no one should think about that. So we have whales are in motion. That's all I can ask for, right? And then waves and waves of uranium rock coming in. Okay, good. 2 of these going. They just take forever. This has finished a product already. So, but I don't see any peroxide here. Why is that? Don't mess with me. Have you finished any Oh, it has finished products. Oh, it's going. I didn't notice. Have you finished any? No, this is the first one. Our first roll. Okay. So let's take a look. And then this system is going to start. It's actually working, mostly. It's actually working with stuff to be done. Why are you? Because I always do that, right? I never didn't do that. You guys should all be reading. That was... You should be the one doing that. And yes, you are. Okay. And we have made
Whole bunch of 239, that's it? The most likely outcome. Got it. No problem. And it's the one we want because that makes... Well, where's this guy? What are you doing? Oh, because I messed with him. And I have to go and manually recover that guy now. My fault, everyone. My fault. I should have seen this coming, but like, that would involve paying attention. Clearly not my forte. Off you go, gentlemen. Here. Wait. I'll show you how much I care, Mr. Dinosaur. You have no idea how privileged and special you are. Come on. Approach. No, you may approach. You may approach. Okay. Come here. You're getting just moved. We're going in style. You were transported magically through the night. How did it happen? No one can say. But you were taken from a place where you were assigned, and then you were just dumped where you had to be. Congratulations, Pierre Maria. You are a blessed one. Deliver. All right, mock cells. Next level. And so we're using up all of the waste 238. We're probably going to have to... Oh, we have some. It is going. So we made some... Oh, this isn't wired up yet. Make the cold HF6 line intelligent. Okay, thank you. I'll try to remember to do that. This is so sloppy. It's nowhere close to being finished. But we're making a whole lot of used up cells. Oh, this temperature is getting hot. Ooh. This might not be a great idea. Yeah, this might not work out. I thought it was going to radiate eventually, but I guess we'll see. I thought heat pipes leaked substantially. Anyway, we'll see. The leakage is going to get worse the hotter it gets. Oh, and how is yeah. That's going to have to be fixed. I can fix that, don't worry. But this is going. And now these guys aren't going. Not yet. Not really. Uh-oh, got a cough. But this warms my heart. 2 of them going. 2 particle accelerators. Making all sorts of stuff. And then we should be just... the oxide... Oh, wait. What? You're turned off because there's too much. Oh, okay, I see. You need to be loosened a little bit because we also need you right here. So, let's say 36. Okay, a little more. I want it to be extending at least into this square. And now you're stopped again, right? Yes. All right, that's better. It says there's 42 on and one. It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. So we are burning loads of electricity. It's glorious to see. And then more oxide coming in. That's waste oxide being produced. And so that will stop this from being used again, and plutonium peroxide will keep going. This is fantastic, everyone. And then you burn slow. Weren't you supposed to be just voop? Oh, it's full. All right, this don't work. So we have to... This is going to be a very strange thing for me to say. But we have to find a way to vent electricity. And that's... It's gonna be a little hard, right? Considering the ethos of the North Factory. How do you put in a part-time power supply? You know? That's gonna be tough. Like... There you go. And you have no power, so I start you up. Now I clip it. Shouldn't you be going? Low temperature? How? Oh, it's because this thing is what wastes all the temperature. Oh, so is this just better? And this just not matter? Like, I seem to recall this never, ever, ever came up to temp in the South factory. But it makes steam. It's just making steam. So. It's just a really, really expensive way to make steam. It's hot steam, mind you, but that doesn't matter. Okay. So, yeah, this is a really good solution for this then. And then we need one of you. Underflow less than 20. All right, this solves the heat problem in a much more consistent way. All right, good. And then, I mean, the candies are flowing, so we've hit success. The oxide is building up. We're already on this stage. We're using tons and tons of power. Are any of you going? No, not a one. Because no 39 is making it through because it's being buffered up above. So I have to clear waste off of all these. So we're not done. Here, notepad, come back. Plutonium line products. Plutonium line waste. So all this is done. And we're just listed. This is all preview of tomorrow, friends. I gotta stop. This is a very long episode. I'm very much enjoying watching the lottery machine run, though. Problem is, I gotta go. All right, we'll look at it one more time. Oh, all sorts of neat stuff coming. Are any of you? None of you are gonna trigger anything, and nothing is reaching the end quite yet. Is that gonna? Oh, we might. In fact, I think we will. Like right here. You guys start lighting up. Oh, you need peroxide. Why do you not have peroxide? Oh, because I turned it. You remember that? You remember when I did that? I remember that. Right there. There. Now you have your fluid. Okay. My fault. Little joke. And then all this stuff is being reacted. And then it will come back around. And then come back around again. Okay. Good. And so we're concentrating the radioactivity. We can feel it in our teeth. And when this gets backed up all the way here, right? Then we won't need this anymore. Then this will stop. And the problem is then we won't be able to vent 238 anymore, uranium 238. Strange that plutonium 238 is the bestest, the greatest, and the always, whereas uranium 238 is only fit to be given to foes. But whatever. And so this is still going over here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this is dumb, but it's working. Yeah, we have it. We have as much 238 uranium 238 as we could ever want. And then, is this just not going? Are we not feeding in here? Huh. So it's working, but it's not intelligent. All right, that's fine. We'll come back to this. We're nowhere near done with this system. However, we are very glad to see it spin. All right, that's all working, and this is all working. Can this be detached? No, we need the plutonium peroxide. And to get plutonium peroxide, we need timiphosphate. To get timiphosphate, we need this. And to get that, we need fuel rods. So to get these fuel rods, we need all of this. And then this line is So we're not producing any waste right now, and it's going to be a long time. So I want to call this a resounding success. I think we've done good. Oh, what is that what I think it is? Is that, that's more oxide. Okay, good. And then there's dump it in the waste bin. Okay. And then these guys will go soon, but it takes these guys forever. Full 10 minutes. All right, done. No longer thinking about this. I need to wrap up this episode. Tomorrow I have a lot of chores to do. It's going to be a middling episode where I finish up all the stuff I couldn't finish up recently. We'll make a few products. We will tie up a lot of loose ends. We will worry about the future. All right, I'm not twitching anymore. I'm done. Okay. I lied. I'm twitching a lot more. Okay, that's good enough. All right, in we go. Away with you, UX. Pull up, pull up, pull out, pull out. And then this kind of comes over to like there. And we pull out to right there. Perfect. And a line and a line. I've kind of gotten good at this. Screenshot, go. What did we do in this very long episode? Well, we built out the rest of the plutonium stack. It doesn't have a large footprint, but trust me, it has a large mental footprint. So, is that really all I did today? Just plutonium processing in like 1.5 city blocks, maybe 2 city blocks if it's arranged generously. That's not so great. I could have done a lot better, I guess. But then we turned it on and we just watched it go, and it looks like it's going near perfectly. The goal now will be to make uranium sample and fuel rods tomorrow. After that, I have a bunch of chores to do, starting with getting more venom in here. Maybe I do that first before I touch anything. Anyway, this has already run very long. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.